Hello, I'm David, the Treasurer of St Barnabas. I also serve on Welcome Team, and you can often find me helping in the kitchen during Alpha courses. I also enjoy an early morning Bible study. Today, at the APCM, it's my role to talk about finances, money coming in and going out. If you want to study the audited accounts, they're available at the back of the church for you. But if you ever wonder what actually happens for our church to function, looking in more detail and with a few more pictures, here is another, more visual way of explaining the accounts. I hope it's helpful. We often think of the church as a building, essentially a pile of bricks with a high ceiling. I'm glad to say that church is so much more than that. It's a family, a community, an expression of Jesus' love for people. In fact, our church lives because people give of themselves. They give of their time, their gifts, their know-how, their attention, and their money. So, I want to begin with a big thank you to everyone who plays a part in giving generously to the life of our church in so many ways. In 2023, our overall income was £665,000 and our overall expenditure was £565,000. God has truly provided for our needs. Let's look in more detail at the money given in 2023. It came in many different ways. About 90 church members give regularly, usually every month by standing order. Thank you for this. Giving by standing order means that the church can rely on a stable income. It really is our financial backbone. Last year, 40% of our income came this way. Then another 25% came from one-off gifts. One-off gifts are a great way of saying thank you to God for what He's given us. We encourage everyone to show gratitude for God's generosity to us by being ourselves generous with our giving. Another source of regular income is lettings. Every month we get a fixed amount of income because other groups use our building. It's great for them and it's great for us. This makes up about another 10% of our income. We also receive income through events like concerts or family fun days or weekly soft play sessions and the Barnabas Music Academy. Some money comes from Sunday collections, book sales, and giving through the iZettle machine. Small but beautiful, never to be underestimated. The next type of income is called gift aid. The government actually gives to the church by paying an additional 25% on gifts given by people who pay taxes. Now you know why paying taxes is a good thing. And finally this year, once again, we received a legacy for which we are very grateful. I hope you can see that all of these gifts build a strong structure and an inviting community. The main thing is that every single gift matters and is important. So, what do we do with all that money? Let's keep our visual aid and look at what comes out of this community. First of all, we have some amazing and dedicated staff who are paid a salary by the church in order to bless us, bless our community, disciple and challenge us, and help us worship God. You can see their faces on the yellow poster in the church room. These people also look after the church building, which is old and beautiful, and which needs to be heated, lit, cleaned and repaired. Now, when you put the people and the building together, we get roughly 4 equal chunks of investment. Firstly, a part of the fund is spent on regular worship, meaning our Sunday services and midweek meetings. This includes the people who teach us and our children, their accommodation, and a proportion of money which is paid to the diocese to help other churches do the same. It even includes things like tea, coffee, biscuits, cake, communion wine, palm crosses, anointing oil, organ music, flowers and candles. Moving on, discipleship and pastoral care, prayer and worship are another area of investment. This includes ongoing pastoral work, home visits, counselling, training of teams, prayer ministry and events, table groups, worship evenings, discipleship material and courses, during which we feed a lot of people too, as well as the live stream that we're able to provide to help those who are unable to come in person to church. I think you get the message. We do a lot of cooking and a lot of washing up. Another chunk of the money entrusted to the church is spent on evangelism and mission. This includes any form of outreach where we want to bless the community. Family fun days, soft play mornings, lunches, gig nights, outreach to the local community, night shelter, involvement with St Barnabas and St Philip's School, support to refugees, and we prepare more meals. Also included are publicity and communication through flyers, website, social media, and the support of mission projects and partners in the UK and abroad. Finally, the upkeep of our church and other buildings like the offices and housing for our vicars takes another part of our funds. This includes heating and lighting the church, insurance, repairs, but also little but important things like toilet paper, washing up liquid. To that we can add a small slice for administration, which this includes photocopiers, bookkeeping, stationery, phones and computers. These are all tools to help us reach out to the community, prepare services and provide pastoral care. By the end of 2023, over £500,000 had been raised towards our Opening Doors project. The organ restoration is now well underway, and the Access for All, a new heating system, will follow later this year. It is a financially and spiritually challenging project, and I'd like us all to see it in those terms. So, whether we are talking about a pile of bricks or a beautifully drawn building, we want to thank God for his wonderful generosity this past year. Despite the difficulties of the economic pressures and uncertainties, God has more than provided for our needs over the year through each one of us. And so, as well as thanking him, we want today to thank you so much for your commitment and generosity, which is not just about cash or cards, about bricks and mortar. It's about investing in God's work, enabling his kingdom to come.